What is going on, YouTube? Been a very long time. But anyway, I'm making this video kind of to introduce what went on this past weekend. I was down in Tennessee with a buddy of mine, and my roommate actually was also very much into bass fishing. And we fished the Lake of the Giants, notorious Lake CHICKAMAUGA. Wow, what an experience. Tennessee is beautiful, very green, hilly, and Lake CHICKAMAUGA, as many of you know, is a great fishery, and it produced pretty well during the pre-spawn. Lots of 8, 9s, 10s caught. There was actually a tournament going on with hundreds of boats out there. Not that it interfered with any of our fishing, but it was pretty cool to just kind of be a part of that whole, environment while it was going on. So we planned this trip pretty much last minute, the week before spring break, which I'm on right now. We kind of figured we need to get out of this New England weather and head down south so we can do some good bass fishing. So I was like, Jimmy, my buddy that came with me, why don't we fish Tennessee? It's pretty nice weather right now. We can fish Chickamauga, obviously a notorious lake, lots of FLW events and bass events held there. So day after that, we literally booked the hotel, planned how we were going to do everything, prepared our stuff, and we went. Very long drive since we're from the New England area, but it turned out to be pretty worth it. It was a great experience. It was a great mental challenge for the fishing aspect of it. It's not easy to just, come to a new lake, even after all the reading you might do, and try to find fish. You're not familiar with how to run the water. You're not familiar with water levels and how they handle it. Sometimes, these people actually physically drain, well, not physically, but they manually drain waters to, keep up with the water levels, obviously. For some places it's an issue. Down there they deal with droughts and stuff. So they try to, conserve a lot of water for moments of droughts. It's actually a really cool system. But that actually messed with our second day of fishing because we had no idea that was a thing. But anyway, day one, Saturday morning, going open-minded. Pre-spawn patterns are pretty much the same in most places. You just got to know where to find the fish. For us, it was kind of like, we were kind of expecting to, learn a little bit, not catch too much, but hopefully catch some here and there, and really prepare for day two. However, day one was significantly better than day two. So we were throwing jerkbaits, and I was really caught up in fishing an underhead spin with a nice keitech on the back. That thing was killer for that place. And we got into a pattern pretty quick. They weren't in, creeks yet. There's tons of cuts that you can fish in there, tons of creeks, but they were still on the main lake, right at the creek mouths. So most of our fish were coming off of points leading into those creeks, and a bunch of places that had like the chunk rock to gravel rock transition to sandy bottoms. That's where most of the fish were being caught. For us anyway. I'm not sure how other people were doing, but it was a pretty solid day all around. We ended up with a 17-pound bag for our best 5. Now, for us here in New England, that is really good. I know for down there it's below average. You can easily catch a 25-pound bag down there, no problem. I'm not sure at this time of year, but there's a lot of big fish in Chickamauga. So if anybody is wanting to look for or plan a trip down south, Lake Chickamauga is definitely a beautiful lake. There's so much to see. A lot of beautiful scenery, so definitely consider that as being on the top of your list. Day two, not good. Like I said, we didn't know that they drained the lake, and they actually did it pretty significantly overnight. It dropped more than a foot, almost 2 feet, I would say. Even where we launched, it was significantly low. So that obviously confuses the fish. We obviously don't have the luxury of, saying, or didn't have the luxury of saying, hey, let's not fish today, because we were there for a certain amount of time. So we went out there, tried our best, caught 2 little ones to start the morning, but after that it was just running, and then we decided, it's not even worth it. The places that we fished the day before, we couldn't get onto because there was no water on them. So it was tough. I've never dealt with a lake that does that, so it was a new experience for me, new learning experience, which is always a plus. It's important that even if you don't catch fish, you're learning out on the water. So yeah, trip was great. As I've said, great experience. If you're looking to book or fish somewhere down south, Lake Chickamauga is definitely a place to go check out. And my new boat handled it great. That's which leads me to my next point. I will be making a video kind of giving you a walkthrough of the boat. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's ideal for me. I like to fun fish. I like to fish tournaments, and right now it's plenty to get that done. So I'm excited to show you guys that down the line. What else? Stay tuned for more content. I know I'm not even gonna bring it up again, but I'm just not doing well with making videos and stuff. I've been trying to get through college, finishing up my last semester now, and then after that should be a breeze with the videos and everything. So stay tuned for more content to come. Next thing you guys will see is not a lot of clips, but a good amount of clips showing our fish catches. You know, you'll be able to see some of the scenery around the lake. It was a good time, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace. First fish on the underhead spin. Camera wasn't rolling, but
it's alright.
As long as it's in the boat.
We both tried.
This right here. Nice one. Nice one. Oh man. We needed that one. Yeah, we did. That's a good sign.
Huh?
53 degrees in here.
Oh, I got one.
No?
Biggin. Oh, maybe not. He looked big. You're good.
Atta boy, Jimmy. Fucking nice fish, dude.
That was sitting there, suspending, not moving for a while.
Alright. We might have found some.
That other bag was getting the sun too.
I kind of want to go to the other side of it.
Yeah, this guy's passing right over the front, probably gonna cut us off from there.
Still right across. I like that side because it's funny.
Yeah. Oh, I got one. That one?
Jimmy Calf on a roll. Oh boy,
Oh my god, they're absolutely
they're
choking
eating it. Yeah. It's got 2 hooks in there, right?
Yeah. That was right next to the hook too.
What's the pattern right there, dude?
I thought 3 was the pattern.
2.
3.
What's the pattern? 3, it means you're doing the right thing. Still fishing the underspin. Jimmy's throwing the jerkbait, right?
Yep.
Jerkbait. Just hooked up on a nice 2.5. Solid fish. Killed that other spoon. See if we can get one on camera.
right next to the boat. Huge.
Huge?
Yep. Quick, he's gonna pop off.
No, oh, no. Come here.
Jimmy, let's go. Right at the boat. Look at it. That's how much line I had out.
Oh my god, dude.
That's a big fish.
That's a 4-5. Got it?
Yep.
Camera was rolling too. It's a freaking 4-pounder. Good shit, dude. Look at the stomach on that thing. He's fat as hell.
Probably
He's short.
3.5
Yeah.
because of his length.
He looked huge though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, definitely weigh that dude. That's big bass. Big bass in the tournament. Where did he come from? Like the middle?
Yeah, the middle back. He was farther in.
Huh.
That is my scale.
That fish was really shallow.
Hopefully the batteries work.
Oh, he only has the back hook on too.
4.23.
4.23?
Yep.
Show it to the camera, kid.
Oh, you gotta get a picture for me though.
Yeah, well.